I'm not saying we got a mole because I don't want to get nobody in trouble, but it's interesting to I've seen Rosenberg talk about it. I've had conversations with other people, but knowing people who were behind the curtain when these types of what are supposed to feel like big marquee moments. So I'm gonna shut up and I'm gonna just bring this brother to the stage. Brother Slick
Star
from Talking About Pod. Shout out my brother.
Slick is some bullshit already.
What's good, everybody? What's good? What's good?
Slick,
good, man.
Just so we're clear, you're allowed to be here, right? Like you're not messing up nothing.
I ain't breaking no rules. I'm chilling. I used to work in the ESPN studio side, and it was a lot more strict as far as the no compete clause, as they call it. You know what I mean? But we just picked up wrestling 2 weeks ago. What you want me to do?
Wait, but just so the people are clear, what's your what's your role over there? Where you
I'm an associate producer on the digital live streams side. So think of for every show we do on a lot of pregame shows. Think of shows like Fantasy Focus. Think of shows like College Game Day. We do a show called Countdown to Game Day that comes on before that on YouTube and Facebook. We don't really mess with Twitter like that no more.
Nobody does
like that. We do an NBA show called Hoop Streams. You know what I mean? All the stuff. By the way, Tuesdays during the day, if you guys are free, check out the kickoff 1:00 in the afternoon. It's a fun ass show to kick off your college football week. And this weekend, check out the college football show at 11 p.m. on ESPN Digital.
You gotta be a plug.
Yeah,
go wrong. Do y'all do that show countdown to a paycheck?
Yes.
I think my baby mother is the executive producer.
Jesus Christ. Jesus.
Oh my God.
Wait, so being a pro wrestling fan, and working on that side of the industry, are you? Again, it's seeing people talk about, I rock with WWE, with ESPN, and now this opportunity happens. And I'm able to be in the mix. Are you able? I know Rosenberg's got a situation going on, I believe, Friday afternoon. Are you able to get in the mix on the digital side with WWE specifically?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I will be. It's one of those things in all your jobs, the other wrestling fans in the building. You know what I'm saying? So so same thing, right? Like at ESPN, we got a group chat with a lot of the people who work there, regardless of what departments they might be in, that, everybody knows who's wrestling fans. We just have a chat to just talk about wrestling. You know what I mean? Same thing, like everybody's group chat, you know what I mean? So once this deal started coming together and, things started getting to be in motion, people started mining each other for ideas. You know what I mean? What if we did this? What if we did this? All that type of stuff. So there's a bunch of stuff that's, still in the think tank phase. There's
it's early.
That's slowly moving. I think we want to make sure we do it right. If you guys remember, originally this deal was supposed to kick into effect next year, but then they decided to, just go fast and we want to do it now. So the way, ESPN is a big studio, right? It's a big studio, and we got producers, we got camera people, we got studios, we got graphics people, we got all that stuff, but everything is allocated and budgeted for a specific sport, right? So how many people we need to work on how many college football shows this week, right? And on all that stuff. So we just had a big property placed into our priorities, out of nowhere, right? So they're basically still figuring out.
They got to get the kinks that worked out.
What our coverage is going to look like, and so TBD. But it's coming.
So are you?
Tell them bring back on them.
You ended up on TBT with us 3:00 in the morning.
Jesus Christ.
Back in the day, you're the original, one of the original OGs. Your kids are always in the background talking.
Always.
How was, you shared a story this weekend about, the Usos coming.
Yeah, I need to know about this.
Great. I thought that was a great
pause.
First of all, you with your kids in the background, tapping into wrestling, you basically are. How old is your son again?
My son is 7. My daughter is 9. So they still
They're
little, but
young. They're still
they getting out of
little.
they working their way
Yeah.
out of that phase. I ain't
And
trying to rush
you're
it.
in that, but then you're in that phase of you're watching it and you're bringing them along.
Yeah.
How does that feel like to experience what you shared the other day with your experience with these guys? But how does that feel to kind of like bring them along with something that you love?
It's you know what? It's totally different because as somebody who's watched wrestling, feeling like I've watched wrestling forever, right? Like I grew up in the 80s. So at this point, I feel like I've seen everything, right? Like when you start seeing a storyline play out, you're like, oh yeah, this is the thing they did, 10 years ago, whatever. So you forget that, there's huge segments of the audience who haven't seen this stuff before, and you're a little jaded. But seeing the stuff through my kids' eyes really changes like the way you look at stuff. Like I can look at Cody Rhodes and be like, oh man, he's too corporate, he's too polished, like blah 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 blah. It's cool to see little kids look at him and be like, oh no, that's the man. That's the man. I could tell that's the man. And it's like, to me, that's dope. It gives a whole new like fun, a whole new joy of it to see it like through kids' eyes. You know what I'm saying? That's the fun of it for me now.
It sounded like y'all was a bunch of little kids when the Usos was at the office the other day, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So all right. So the Usos was on campus. What was it? Wednesday? Yeah, it might have been Wednesday. I think it was Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. Yeah. So anyway, like, an email goes out like the night before. So like I wasn't like prepared for this, whatever. Like, hey, Usos are doing a meet and greet tomorrow. I'm like, oh man, like
a meet and greet. They just go in there to say what's up to the people.
Yeah, like they just come to, you know what I mean? Yeah, just like they do meet and greets. And people had their kids there. Like people people showed up like Corey with the belts, you know what I mean? Like people was there like they was at a meet and greet, you know what I mean? And I was like I haven't done a meet and greet since I was a child. Like I'm a grown ass man. Like, I appreciate celebrities, but to me, they're just people who do cool jobs. Like I don't stand in line to meet people. But my son's favorite wrestler is Jey Uso. So I was like, you know what, man, he would think it's the coolest shit in the world if I could, you know what I mean? Like get a video or get a pic or, you know what I mean? Or even like what I did was my son got they got the picture book from the last time we went to a show at Mohegan. And it's got like big glossy pictures, you know what I mean? It's made for autographs. But he like tore the pictures out and like put them on his wall. So I like took the picture with the tape on it off the wall and like brought it. He got the one that's Jay on one side and Jimmy on the other side. So I'm like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna bring it, whatever. So I brought the picture. I got it at work all day, like tape all around it, shit looking raggedy. And I'm in the line to meet the Usos, whatever. I steal a Sharpie from somebody. And as I'm in line, I see all the people who's there with like their stuff to sign. And I hear people like grumbling, oh, they're not signing. They're not allowed to sign anything. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, should I get out this line? Like, no, whatever. I'm just staying in the line, whatever. I'm already in the line. So I stay in the line, whatever. I get up to the front and I see the dudes. I'm like, man, they told me I wasn't signing, whatever. And Jimmy was like, man, give me that shit.
Shit.
He took the, you know what I mean? He took the joint, signed it real quick on the slide, passed it to Jay. He signed that shit real quick. I say, yo, man, y'all made a kid day, man. So I fucks with the Usos, man, for real. They made a fan for me.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Go ahead, Mav.
No.
Go.
So did this partnership? Pardon me. I don't mean to jump around. My bad, slip.
Jump around, House of Pain.
This partnership, does it officially start Saturday, or are we already in the
Matrix?
Yeah.
Well, I would say that the partnership has already started, right? Like if you've seen ESPN this week, Ron Breaker was on, Seth Rollins was on, Cody Rhodes was on, like Paul Heyman was on. They've been on ESPN for, all week, like promoting the stuff on all the shows. Been on Get Up, they've been on First Take, you know what I mean? So they're already going, full steam ahead. And when I saw, how they're putting this card together, I was like, oh man, like they want this to be a big deal. Like when they announced that the Usos was getting back together, I was like, yo, they're doing that thing where they're putting all their best foot forward, like similar to how they did the Netflix premiere, right? Where they were like, yo, we're putting all our biggest stars out here. We know there's going to be people seeing this who might not really be wrestling fans, but we want to catch y'all eye. You know what I mean? When they put the Usos back together, that's for the people who might not have watched wrestling in 5-10 years, but they know the Usos. You know what I mean? They're gonna see them. They're gonna get, so they're putting things out there. They putting Cena and Brock on first, right? Get that curiosity. If you're an old fan, you put it on at 7 or whenever it starts. First thing they want you to see, Cena and Brock. So you stay a little bit. So it looks like WWE is all in, and a little bit behind the scenes here. Like when this was all announced, you know what I mean? Like Triple H sent out a message to us as a production unit, just saying like, hey, ask. We'll send people for everything you want. You know what I mean? Like they want it to be a fully a fully integrated partnership. So yeah, the partnership of it I think is already in full effect, and we'll see how the response is once it's actually on the app.
So it said I was reading one of the releases, and it was saying wall-to-wall coverage. What does that look like on Saturday? Do you have an idea what that will look like on Saturday? Is it anything similar to what football is on Sundays? Because that's what I think wall-to-wall looks like.
Right.
Yeah. And I'll also say this too, like it's evolving. Like this is the first one. One. And I think the bigger the more it's received, the more that the people with their finger on the money button are going to pour more resources into it. So I know that there's a pre-show that's coming on, I think at 5. Then the actual event is streaming on the app from 7 to 10, 7 to 9, something like that. And then there'll be like post-show stuff, and I'm sure that they'll be like updating on SportsCenter. I'm interested as to how exactly they're going to integrate that into the ESPN overall, because college football is still king. You know what I mean? College football is still king. Like, as a company, ESPN is invested financially, like studio time, manpower wise, like, how much are they going to, give up that real estate for WWE, which they're also invested in? I think that remains to be seen.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's going to be Wall. It may, again, I think it's smart to realize that Surrey's going to be the first one, but I would assume, especially for like Survivor Series, I'm guessing you that may be wall to wall. You may get like I'm assuming there, because ESPN play old basketball games. I wonder if they would play old PLEs. Like, I wonder if they'll get into the mix of stuff like that as well.
I've been again, this is a little bit inside baseball. What I would just say is, like, I don't know that the full there's a full and complete understanding of rights and usage as of yet. So I don't know about that. You know what I mean? But if you remember during the quarantine, I think ESPN did play some pay-per-views.
I want to say they played that Royal Rumble or something like that.
Yeah, there was there's been times when they have done stuff like that, and if there's ever like a time when there's like, again, college football season is not that time, but if we ever get into those months where there's like nothing on, like I could totally see more WWE programming coming into ESPN's rotation just to to fill that space, because I mean, look, man, we do Savannah Bananas, La Liga, we do everything, you know what I mean, like
Banana. What is that?
Yeah. You're using the capital week.
Savannah Bananas, that softball team, they go viral.
Oh, I love them when they be like on the field.
Yeah.
TikToks. I see TikToks.
They had Cena did something with the Savannah Bananas last year, I believe.
Yes. So I'm not. I subscribe to the app because I have a boy, but I'm not immersed into this ESPN world, and it feels like it's an experience. I legitimately thought that this was like another Saturday Night's Main Event, and Corey kept saying, no, this is a big deal. This is a big deal. Then when you came on, you kept saying that this was a big deal. It still doesn't compute to me because I'm not, I just have the app because I just have the app. You know what I mean? I don't completely.
You got it because you need it.
I need it, and not necessarily me, but now I absolutely need it. Do you think somebody like me, I like football, but I watch football towards the end of the season.
Yeah.
Do you think somebody like me would like fans, WWE fans, and people that don't really play with the app like that would come back to the would have a completely different experience outside of WWE? You think that's part of that strategy?
I think so. Yeah. Oh, that's 100% part of strategy. As a company, ESPN's, mission statement is to serve sports fans anywhere, anytime, right? So like that idea being, this is a perfect example, right? Let's say you're a wrestling fan, you're a sports fan. Let's say you download the ESPN app just so you can watch your PLEs. But then you're like, you know what? I'm kind of an Eagles fan. As I'm getting into the app, let me put like I'm just saying, I'm not, whatever. So let's just say you pick a team and you're like, oh, I kind of like the Lakers. You know what I mean? Let me just follow them, whatever. And what you're going to find is that the app is going to start feeding you all the stuff that from the teams you like. You know what I mean? So so anytime you open the app, your scores of your favorite team are going to be like right there. So like the app is designed to feed you and keep you engaged with whatever it is you like. So if you just like WWE, then when you set up your feed, you're going to just see WWE stuff. But any other sports stuff you like, you know what I mean? Like if you like, Caitlin Clark, Asia Wilson, whatever it is, like, you can click your go-tos and it's going to feed you that stuff. It's going to populate your feed with that kind of stuff. It's really not much different from any other type of, app with an algorithm. It's going to come here before I yell at you. Just come over here.
He said, "Come here before I beat you on the internet."
Oh, he got no teeth. I love it.
Somebody else is on the
but yeah. So anyway, if you don't have the app, then get the app. You know what I mean? Because you're gonna have it for your PLEs, and if you like sports at all, there's so much there. So I would definitely suggest getting that.
This is one of the questions I have. Is about the availability Saturday.
Good question.
It's I'm reading that it's a few places that will give you access to this PLE, and some of the people who have access to certain things like YouTube TV will have to pay for it.
Right.
On Saturday. Do you know anything about that, and can you get into any of that?
So basically, like in general with the ESPN app, if you have like cable, right? Like traditional linear cable. And let's say you don't have the app. If you download the app, you just have to, they call it authenticate through your cable provider, right? So you like, you know what I mean? Like I'm gonna open the app right now. You probably can't really see it.
Well, yesterday I opened up my Spectrum app and there's a bundle.
There's like a bundle for like ESPN and Hulu and like something else. Yeah. So like usually when you open the app, you know what I mean? You start seeing all the stuff or whatever. And then, when you want to watch something, it'll ask you to like, put in your cable provider, right? And so then you just type in whatever your cable provider is and like what your password is for, logging into your cable service. And then that brings you right there. Now, if you have YouTube TV, I don't know if I would imagine that functions the same way as a cable provider. Let me try something here.
I'm logged into the app of YouTube TV, but I don't know what Surity's going to look like.
What it's saying is the people who will get the PLE for free is Fubu TV,
Fubu,
Direct TV, Hulu Plus, it's Spectrum, and then it's Verizon. Whoever has those services won't have.
So you're saying those people won't have to watch it through the app?
No, it's part of a bundle.
Be right on like your TV.
Those are the places that can authenticate.
Right.
Okay.
So
I think like it could be one of those things. Also, how like if you got Comcast cable, then like Peacock is just part of the package. You know what I mean? It could be like one of those things where it's like that.
Yes. I think.
But I would listen. Save yourself the trouble. Get the app, man. The app itself is free to download. You know what I mean? Get the app. Figure out how to log in.
Is the ESPN app on jail phones? My phone.
Can you access the app if you got a clear phone? It's funny.
Popular streaming apps. Even more streaming apps are included at no extra cost to your Spectrum TV plan.
I think
right. So that sounds like that's from the cable company saying basically, hey, if you're confused about getting the app or you don't want to add another app or whatever, like we'll put it right here on your cable box. That's what that sounds like. Yeah.
Proud of me. It's probably Netflix. Internationally, it'll be Netflix.
We don't know.
No, that's what they know. That's what they say on the Yami.
Internationally, it is Netflix. It's Netflix outside the US.
They promote that on the poster. So
it's ESPN Unlimited is called.
That's what you see.
You gotta have that plan. You gotta
Mr. Unlimited.
Yeah, you gotta have the unlimited plan.
Those nasty sports on there.
That's what ESPN
Plus is.
Yeah, at no cost with your plan. Oh shit! Start screaming.
It's the broad panties match.
Yeah, see. He already put it up in the system. He ready. He got it. 2 hours special.
That's not Mickey Mouse appropriate.
All right, chat.
The archives will not be now that you mention it. The archives will probably not be available.
Chat. All I'm saying, get the app.
We be good.
If Saturday is here and you got to figure something else out, you got to figure. I'm just saying. I don't know, because I got YouTube TV and I wasn't expecting to have to pay no extra money for the PLE. So
it's confusing.
It's more confusing than I thought. But again, I think like Slick was saying, it is the first PLE. Yes. I think my hope is that they work out whatever would need to be worked out this first time, so it's smoother sailing. Because again, you're gonna have Survivor Series, you're gonna have Royal Rumbles, you're gonna have Yamis coming. There's more, no disrespect, more important than the more impactful than the WrestlePalooza. So they got to
get ahead of it now. Like, don't wait till tomorrow. Okay, like you're probably all on your phones right now. Get the app. See if you got any trouble logging into it, and then go from there. But like, don't wait till tomorrow at 6:59 trying to download the app. Like,
hit me up. If y'all need help, my DMs is open. Just holler.
One more question. He's crazy. One more question for you, Slick, and maybe your group chat might be able to help you with this question or this answer. From the people that you know that you work with, if you had the opportunity to build a show, a pro wrestling show on ESPN, who would you have as a panel?
Good question.
Everybody who's on the screen right now.
Hold on.
Everybody who's on the screen right now. I'm not lying to you. I swear. Listen. I first met all you guys during the pandemic. Shout out to Brian H. Waters, the godfather of the Black wrestling diaspora. Got all of us linked up. Look, I've been a huge fan of you guys. Honestly, like this is me talking as someone who's a television producer. You guys have great chemistry together, the way you bounce jokes off each other, and like, you guys got in-depth knowledge of the product. Like, y'all know, like, y'all start the show at 8:30 and don't talk about wrestling till 9:15. You know what I mean? Like, and it's an enjoyable watch, it's an enjoyable listen. Like, if I had the pen to put anybody on a show, I'd get you guys a clean version of this show.
What you mean clean?
Not a clean version.
Clean?
Oh, it would have to be a clean version.
Just put on late at night.
We put y'all on in that old ECW time slot. Back in the MSG ECW time slot.
You put us on ES. We be
wait,
ESPN Plus.
What you said, fam?
The intro just gonna be talking about these the nasty moves.
He's the nasties. No, I meant hold on. Because you were vying for a Christmas gift from us.
Right.
Got you written down. I'm saying, out of the people that are in that watch pro wrestling at your place of employment.
Oh man! All right, let me see.
What is it, like a Slack channel? You guys gotta have a Slack channel, right? Or
yeah. Well, we actually killed Slack. We're on Microsoft Teams now, and it's horrible. It's horrible. Teams. If anybody uses Microsoft Teams, that shit is ass. Okay. I'm sorry.
Every Monday at 8 a.m.
Damn.
You like the best, it says you're away.
Slack was perfect, dog. But Microsoft Teams is like the opposite. It's terrible. It's like going from Mac to PC. All right. Let me see who I would probably use. Andreas Hell. You know what I mean? Like, he definitely he knows his stuff. I loved David Dennis wrote an article after Terry died, and he said what he said, and
I love him.
And that for me, I love the idea of we probably won't come being critical out the gate, but like that kind of content does get traction. So I think you got to have like your critic, your heel on the board. So I would have David Dennis on, Andreas Hale, I already mentioned. And then we got some good seasoned writers. Yo, okay, you guys don't know this guy. He's not a celebrity, but my buddy that I actually used to do a podcast with, my man Satch, he is a stats guru, like affectionately a nerd.
Hold on.
Huh?
Would you bet?
Sore subject.
Would you place a bet on your stat guy against our stat guy?
We don't have a stat guy.
Your old stat guy?
Hold on.
No.
Stop, because you have a stat guy.
The old stat guy. Oh yeah, yes, I would. Yo, listen, my dude, I'm telling you, we can set up the Rumble, but stat guy on stat guy, or not stat. You're not talking about Greg. You're talking about Drip, right? Am I allowed to speak that name?
I don't.
No. No.
Which stat guy?
No. Remember they killed DEI.
Oh.
That can't be the name of the episode. That can't be the name of the episode.
Okay, so talk about the world famous SGG.
I wasn't. I was talking about Corey.
Oh, Corey. Oh,
Corey's the ultimate stat guy.
Hell yeah. I'll take my guy over Corey. I'll take my guy over Corey.
Damn.
Wow.
Hey.
I love Corey, but he loves Cody Rhodes too much. He's biased. He can't see anything clearly. You know what I mean? His love for Cody Rhodes
That's
going
what I
on.
be saying. I say that shit every week.
What you saying? What you saying, fam? What you saying, fam?
Okay, listen. Because you okay with something, you don't hate it. Don't mean you love it.
Right. Let's keep it a buck. Yeah, keep it a buck. Oh man. Well, hey, speaking of pod and Slick, before because we got to get to some stuff before we get.
Of course.
But outside of your shoot job, talk about what the people know about what you be talking about. Tell the people who don't know about your pod life.
Hey man, so look, man, I have not potted in months, but I still be tweeting my bullshit. You know what I mean? I gotta get back to it. Because I
what you doing?
I want to say, but I don't feel like sitting down and setting up my light and you know what I mean? Or whatever. Anyway, but yes, listen, it's okay. I'm on the Twitter, okay, at Talking About Pod. I'm here for all the nonsense. Okay, let's get into all the nonsense. And I do want to just reaffirm that Becky Lynch is the greatest women's wrestler of all time, and it's not just me saying it; other people were saying it. Okay, Sports Illustrated said it. ESPN says it. Bleacher Report said it.
Right.
But you know what time it is, baby. You know what time it is. That's my queen.
Yes, it is. That's right.
That's my queen, always and forever.
Showing out.
Thank you guys for having me. I'm honored to be here. Anytime. Oh, no math. I need one of those, dog.
Hey. Shout out to Slick.
Drop it in the mail.
That's why you said us right there.
He's Slick.
Less.
All right, Slick.
Appreciate
you coming through. We'll talk to you soon, my brother. Hey, Tuesday on the Buckle. I imagine this brother will be here talking about.
Hell yeah, jump in Tuesday on the Buckle. If I can make it, I'll be in there talking my shit.
Right.
Appreciate you.
Love y'all. Thanks for having me.
Peace.